At the point when we inspect the giant span of the universe with its planets, stars, and cosmic structures, a valuable inquiry emerges. For what cause is there some distinctive alternative from nothing? This puzzle turns out to be a great deal more confounding when we bear in mind the balanced legal guidelines of cloth science governing our universe, where matter and antimatter have all the earmarks of being similarly adjusted. Yet upon perception, we tune down that the stars and worlds we see are overwhelmingly manufactured from matter, with almost no antimatter present. This leads us to contemplate the unpredictable forces that ended in this lopsidedness, bringing forth the universe as we see it. What sizable gadgets influence the scenario and entruth us, a universe overflowing with structures, stars, and the secret of our personal fact. Hundreds of years previous, researchers regularly occurring the universe existed in a perpetual shape, represented by using an impermanent legal guidelines of cloth technological know-how. However, in 1927, a Belgian minister and researcher named Georges Lemaitre proposed an alternate concept. He endorsed that the universe started out as an big, pregnant, and early-stage iota that detonated, bringing forth the extra-modest debris we see today. Notwithstanding the fact that his thought at the beginning slipped via every person's notice, cosmologist Edwin Hubble's disclosure in 1929 that the universe is extending gave help for LRA's concept. Following this disclosure, researchers pondered that if the universe is extending, it'd have to have all started from a minuscule, thick point. This idea changed into cleverly named the principle of prehistoric cosmic detonation by stargazer Fred Hoyle, a time period later embraced by its advocates. In the mid-1960s, cosmologists Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson accidentally discovered evidence assisting the Big Bang speculation whilst endeavoring to tune into microwave signals from the smooth manner. They coincidentally determined a persistent foundation commotion, which ended up being the grandiose microwave basis radiation, a leftover of the Big Bang. However, how did the Big Bang result in the arrangement of planets, stars, and universes? Through fastidious estimations and perceptions from telescopes on the planet and tests in space, researchers have fashioned a powerful rationalization. Kind of pretty a while again, all the count in the universe rose up out of a solitary factor or peculiarity in a savage eruption of power. This fast improvement, referred to as expansion, made space and the crucial forces of nature. Internal parts of a second, electricity changed into particles of matter and antimatter, the general public of which demolished each other. Fortunately, a limited amount of problem made do at last forming protons and neutrons. In the space of minutes, these particles began to intertwine, making the nuclei of hydrogen and helium. Over the long haul, debris fashioned, filling the universe with billows of gas. Later, around 380,000 years, the astronomical microwave basis radiation was abandoned, containing little waves of remember that in the end developed into worlds and cosmic bunches. Today, our perceptions of the universe, mixed with logical headways, paint a consistent photo. Our universe is prevalently made from remember, keeps the legal guidelines of bodily technological know-how, and has evolved north of billions of years from a uniform ocean of hydrogen and helium. It has modified into an organized universe loaded up with universes, stars, planets, and certainly even smart life. This extremely good mission from straightforwardness to intricacy stays as an indication of the wonders of huge development and human inventiveness. Starting from today, we are able to trace lower back in time and ask about the beginnings of each person's structure or a part of the universe. With each answer we get, we will dig further, asking how and wherein it emerged until we come to the point wherein our comprehends fails us, wherein we are restricted to concede we don't know. Yet, then at that factor we are able to bear in mind what we do understand and question how it became, considering if there is a probable way it would have risen up out of nothing. The existence we come across nowadays comes from little debris, making the whole lot around us. These debris pass approximately as constructing blocks, assembling into complex particles essential for existence. On the maximum central degree, those building blocks are molecules, the essential elements associated with all matter inside the universe. However, atoms did not suddenly display up at the universe's initiation. Rather, they went via a drawn-out direction of improvement. This cycle includes the life sample of stars, start existence, and loss of life. While stars arrive on the end of their lives, they produce new substances through stable reactions. These materials add to the association of latest stars, maintaining the cycle. This inestimable reusing is essential for the presence of divine bodies like planets and the multifaceted technology essential for existence. For the universe to have stars and systems as we notice today, some basic variables needed to adjust. Gravity assumed an essential element in conglomerating extra-modest heavenly and cosmic groups into larger designs. Additionally, the presence of dull matter in the universe's beginning phases forestalled the deficiency of matter into area. At some stage in superstar development, a fragile equilibrium of diverse types of difficulty and radiation changed into essential for peculiarities, just like the good-sized microwave foundation and the association of cosmic systems. Besides, slight sorts in issue thickness, improved by gravity over the lengthy haul, were tremendous in forming the universe's design. These beginning irregular characteristics, mixed with the upward push of dull remember and everyday matter, establish the basis for all that we see. The mystery extends while considering the remember-antimatter balance. Even as bodily technology obviously treats remember and antimatter similarly, our universe displays an extra of problem. Special factors should constitute this difference, for example, particular instances during the universe's development, offbeat cycles defying general norms, or cooperations inclining toward the advent of problem over antimatter. The trendy model of material technological know-how consolidates these mind, but it falls brief of giving a complete explanation. Likewise, dull remember poses a trouble. Regardless of not being formed of trendy model debris, its presence is surmised via various perceptions. The origins of dull matter remain dubious, with speculations going from its creation throughout the early universe's warm degree to its development as a result of gravitational interactions. While we've made big steps in expertise the universe's moves, many inquiries persevere with appreciate to its beginnings and peace. Investigating these secrets drives logical inquiry, pushing the boundaries of our perception and rousing new roads of exploration. There probably been a gadget to create the energy anticipated for the universe's presence whilst it failed to beforehand exist. As consistent with grandiose expansion, are using speculation regarding the universe's pre-Big Bang beginnings, the truth that this strength makes it manageable commenced from nothing. Even as imagining the beginning of the recent big explosion, we typically envision a situation of outrageous heat, thickness, and energy. Presently, thinking of how this kingdom regarded, we move up against factors of view. Right off the bat, we ought to basically state that the universe become added into the arena thusly, with the underlying conditions set as such missing in addition rationalization, a function that some may also portray as giving up in the area of hypothetical bodily technology. Alternatively, we can include the extra willing in the direction of approach among hypothetical physicists, identifying a speculation to clarify these underlying circumstances. This entails making forecasts that go off course from the ongoing stated speculation and therefore exposing them to actual checking out. Infinite growth, originating from this remaining alternative approach, disappointed how we'd interpret the universe's advent to the sector. As opposed to imagining the hot and thick beginning as a vastly little, limitlessly warm factor, enlargement locations a pre-Big Bang level where area itself encountered a honestly high power thickness. This fast extension of the universe, at some stage in growth, finished within the alternative strength into matter, antimatter, and radiation, subsequently bringing about the outcome of the hot giant detonation. Furthermore, enlargement not just yields a universe defined by using uniform temperature and a level look, however, moreover predicts express thickness variations consistent with perceptions from a situation of nearly void space, immersed with electricity. A normal interaction has coordinated the development of the entire discernible universe, loaded with its diverse structures. However, how and when this idea offers a resounding machine for figuring out the universe's beginnings, it cannot satisfy everyone. The concept of a universe absent any trace of area, time, and the laws of material science can challenge to conceptualize from a philosophical outlook. One could ponder domain names beyond life or situations unconstrained through actual reality. Deductively, there are special tactics to symbolize nothing, each legitimate within its particular context. These definitions range from when something did not exist to the emptiest country of spacetime with the bottom electricity. While we can verify that we've stepped forward from nothing to a universe, making use of certain definitions, others present more vagueness. In the end, The situation of the universe's bobbing up out of nothingness stands as much as the constraints of our present-day logical comprehension. While quantum hypothesis recommends the danger of universes emerging from quantum changes, experimental proof remains slippery. Consequently, even as the opportunity that our universe upward thrust up out of nothing holds provide, it calls for similarly investigation and validation within the shape of theoretical inquiry. Enter Donan He and his organization from the Wuhan Institute of Bodily Technology and Math, who've made a noteworthy contribution by supplying the first numerical verification that the considerable detonation may without a doubt come from quantum variances. On the core of this leading part lie basic ideas, the Wheeler-DeWitt circumstance and the Heisenberg uncertainty well known. The Wheeler-DeWitt circumstance, added about by John Wheeler and Bryce DeWitt throughout the 1960s, addresses a crucial headway in the assignment for a hypothesis of the entirety, mixing quantum mechanics with preferred relativity.